Hey, it's been a while. Sorry for the long wait, but I made it. No one's here yet, but that's absolutely fine. How am I looking on my end? Are we healable? We are healable. Great. Sorry for any feedback. So I guess we'll just wait to see who shows up, and then we'll just chat and hang for a bit, you know? For those that hang out, for those who come anyway, or arrive to the stream. And if you're watching this after the fact, then here's the subscriber special. I'm hoping I'll still watching the video because I know that one view was probably just me. That's not me. That's not someone else. That's just me. No, stop it. There we go. Just go over here. Might as well put the link on Twitter. I always forget to do that part. I'm a good YouTuber. I know how to promote myself very well. I would like to share. Copy link. There you go. Thank you very much. Go to Twitter. I'll be with you all in a moment. The beginning of every stream is usually a boring one anyway, so yeah. Oh, cool, not come. Hang out for the 200. So, subscriber special. Okay. You guys can hear also like wind in the background. It's because there's a heck of a storm going on out there. So again, a minute. There we go. Thank you. Tweet. I'm gonna have to check the stream in a minute again, just to see if it's running smoothly or if it's even working. Because otherwise, this might be a little bit awkward. Give me a minute. Sorry, this is taking longer than expected. Trust me, I am in fact a professional. Four minutes. That's not bad, I suppose. Also, I'm not the greatest timer, be that being, well, it's a Saturday. It's like 1926 right now. Actually, let me check the stream quickly. How am I doing? Is it running smoothly? I mean, it looks okay. Don't really have a plan for what's going to go on during this stream. It's just going to be hopefully just me chatting with you guys, or like saying when I'm going to be back, which hopefully will be soon. Get rid of these notifications. Okay. I think we should be good, but again, I don't really know. I don't really know at all. God, it's been 3 months. So sorry about the long wait, because 3 months ago I did a video called 200 subscribers, like I did when I got 100 subscribers. Basically saying I'm going to be doing a live stream or like a reading comments video. And I said that I'll try and get around to it when I could. So here I am doing it now. I bet people don't really remember anymore. But right now, like I got this place to myself right now. There's not going to be much disturbance or anything. The weather is just great outside. It's absolutely wonderful. So we'll find out. We'll find out if people are available and they want to come hang with me. So I got some stuff over here. No. Now don't let this fool you. Just because it says special, there probably won't be that much special there. Being that I'm just going to be sitting here in my room with these handy dandy new headphones that I got for Christmas, which are just great. Hopefully I sound wonderful. Are people looking on the internet connection or whatever, like in the little corner, and like occasionally like goes down one, then it goes down two. Like, oh, am I losing them? Who the hell knows? This won't be a long live stream, I don't think. I don't know. With me, nothing's really certain, if I'm honest. It's just going to be basically me going on for maybe 1 to 2 hours, because that's how long usually these streams go for. I'd be surprised if I go for 3, because I think I've only gone over 3 hours once and one time. And the last live stream I did was for the X-Men New Evolution premiere and after party. It was a crazy after party, let me tell you. It's also my way of just, saying thank you to those who have subbed and all that. So yeah. And again, if you hear loud noises, it's the weather outside. It's truly frightful, and it's not even December anymore. And I also realized that I have missed some uploads Like I haven't done the channel update video, and I haven't done the channel trailer, because there's going to be a new channel trailer coming out relatively soon-ish. I have to film it or whatever, and then edit it all together. But there will be a channel update and like a return video eventually. They'll probably just be mashed in together as one, like a return channel update thing, saying what's going to happen in this channel, and for films that are coming out, like Birds of Prey has just come out and all that. We're going to hear like other releases and all that, maybe. Hopefully, because I did write a list for the films that are coming out this year. The films that I'm going to see anyway. Not every film, because, you know, what do you want from me? People might also be like, maybe already sleeping at this point or whatever, because I chose a kind of a crappy time. When do I never, though? When do I never? So I had to burp. Again, that's going to be a long live stream, and if no one really ends up showing up for the stream, then this will just be like a shorter version of a stream, like maybe, I don't want to say 15 minutes or something like that, but like, not just like, oh, no one's showing up, end, because it usually takes a while and all that. Sorry, there you go. Excuse me. What is happening in the world right now? It's still saying that one person is watching right now. But who could that be? It couldn't possibly be me. Either it's a glitch, or someone actually is watching me. Just looking at me. Just like observing me. And I gotta say, that's very flattering. It's either a very flattering glitch, or someone just really likes to look at me right now and not say anything. Hope the chat works okay. I don't know. I'll type something in to test it in a bit. Which, by the way, guys, if you're watching this after the fact, please subscribe to the channel right now, because I got 215 subs right now. So go ahead and subscribe, and that way you get notified for any of uploads or live streams that occur on this channel. You can be there like that. So, and don't have to come in like late and all of that. So go ahead and do that, and never miss a live stream or a video upload from yours truly. whenever I do these live streams, I keep on saying this to myself, I really should have a plan for exactly what I'm going to do here. But the plan is when I do these, I just chat with you guys. That's that basic thing and all that. Just to show my appreciation and all of that. Because when it comes to it, I don't need a plan. Who needs a plan for these type of things? Am I right? It's more fun just to wing it. But no, thank you all anyway. I'm just gonna say it right now, and I'll say it later. But the whole point of this live stream is just for me to say thank you for over 200 subscribers. I know. Oh, hey, you should write things down for you. I do write things down, Tommycraft. It's just not like for the live stream stuff. I know I should, but it's like, God, it's been forever. Oh. So how are things, Tommycraft? It's been a bit. I also hope that this stream is running properly and I sound wonderful. And if there are any problems that occur during it, do let me know, because there is a pretty average storm going on out there. So keep that in mind. It's not like I'm being robbed or anything. It's just that the wind really wants attention. That's all that it is. That's all that it ever is and ever shall be. All right, cool. So how are things? Things been good? Because things have been okay on my end. Just doing some college work. Seeing college pals and all that. Catching up on sleep. That's basically what I've been doing. Sorry, just checking something. And then I'll give my attention back. Okay. So, yes, before, I want to thank you guys for getting me to 200 subscribers. Thank you guys, I really appreciate it. I know it says it's much higher now, like it's 215 right now, which I know that just shows how prepared I am for these type of things and all that, like comment reading videos or live streams in general. But hey, at least I got around to it in the end, and I know that it's like not late in the in the evening or whatever, but it's like getting around to that point. So people are probably getting ready for sleep or bed or whatever, or they're like going out, hanging out with pals and all that. But this is also kind of like an opportunity for me, because I basically have the entire place to myself right now, and I can basically do a stream without really any interruptions, really. But don't worry for those that cannot show up. Again, every live stream can then be viewed later on in the channel with the other live streams. So yeah, thank you guys so much. I don't know where I'd be without the rest of you guys who subbed. I hope I can give you more brilliant content and some surprises along the way and all that. But yeah, as it says in the title, it's 200 subscriber special. Again, nothing really going to be that special about this. It's going to be me talking with you guys, or like just saying what's going to be happening and all that. But it's also like a Q&A, so you have any questions you want to ask, go ahead and ask it, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. Otherwise, you can just fetch a snack and just chillax and chill and be entertained with me sitting in front of you all, acting like a Nietzschean. That's what's going to happen. That's the special for you. That's what's going to happen. So I hope you're ready. It's not going to be that long of a stream, I don't think. This is probably going to go on for like an hour or two. I'll be surprised it goes on for 3 hours. But one of the last streams went on for about 3 hours, so you never know at this point. We'll see what happens and all that. We'll see how the night goes. If it goes very well, then we will definitely we might go on a bit longer than expected. I did see Crisis. I thought it was actually pretty good. You retracted your own comment? Okay. But yeah, I liked how it turned out. It makes things a bit more simpler for the Arrowverse. It condenses it into one whole universe. We also have Arrow that came to an end, which was pretty sad. Even when the Flash met the Flash, I enjoyed that special. I did not see that coming. Because if you think about it, because the world's DC films or the DC movies that they have right now are kind of like, not like gone off course, but like, I feel like we may have screwed up a little bit and I kind of want to push a restart button. And with the appearance of Ezra Miller's Flash in Crisis on Infinite Earths and the total eradication of the multiverse and then rebirth of it, they could technically reboot the movieverse thanks to Crisis. Like, it could explain like why Bruce Wayne looks different and acts differently. It could explain like why Superman acts differently and all that. All these little changes and all that. Like, it's because of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they can start fresh and then like just push on forward with this new movieverse. So I think that would be a brilliant idea. I think it's more handy and better than just doing like Flashpoint for like the film. Because I don't want the first Flash movie to be Flashpoint, because then it's like, okay, so after this film, it's going to be Flash versus the Rogues, or Flash versus whatever. It's like, well, he's kind of gone through like the most biggest event in his life, and it's like, well, what can you really do to top that? It's like making the first Avengers movie Infinity War. Excuse me. And like, it's like, well, Avengers 2, it's going to be the Age of Ultron. Okay, this feels like definitely a step down. Like, the last movie you had Thanos, and now you have Ultron. But then thankfully Marvel was like, well, no, it's going to be like, we're going to do Loki, and then after that we're going to do Ultron, then we're going to do Thanos. Like, this progression and all that. But yeah, Crisis was good, man. I'm looking forward to some of the new shows that are coming out of it. By some, I mean like 2, or possibly just 1, Superman and Lois, which is going to deal with Superman being married to Lois Lane and raising his 2 kids, Jonathan Kent and another kid. I forget what they've called him. They've given him a name. I just don't recall what it is right now. But it's going to be a different show, definitely. A different Superman than we've ever seen before. Well, in like film and TV. In comics, that's nothing new. Crisis definitely had some of its faults and all that, but nothing to like really ruin the whole thing for me. Like when we saw Smallville come back for part 2, I think it was part 2. That was great. Some people were kind of down the middle. Like, some people were like, it was a perfect ending, I love it, and then like other people were like, I didn't like it. I mean, he did nothing. He just showed up. It was like, it was a late addition, guys. So I'm happy they brought that back. I'm happy they got Kevin Conroy to play live-action Batman, which was awesome. It was a different portrayal of it, and I think it does work. So hopefully they bring back Kevin Conroy to play like kind of a Batman Beyond Bruce Wayne. or just play like an older, broken Bruce Wayne, but like still the main character that we all know and love. And then seeing Brandon Routh come back as Superman from Superman Returns. There's actually a rumor right now saying that he might get his own mini series or whatever for HBO or whatever, like just a little one season. Depending on people like it, maybe he'll get his own series or whatever. But I think it's just going to be a mini series. It's a rumor right now, so I don't know if it's actually going to get a thing. But if they were to do a mini series for his Superman and give him like a conclusion, like they gave '90s Flash, that'd be all for it. It was such a crazy event because you get all these versions of characters and all these other films and shows coming back from like years, like Birds of Prey, '90s Flash, the World of DC films, Superman Returns, which ties into Superman the movie, Superman 2, 3, Quest for Peace. All these other properties. It's like you never like would actually think you would see again. But then it's like, wow, you brought that in? That's crazy, dude. So fucking love Crisis Infinite Earths. I thought it was a great adaptation of Crisis. I'm happy that everything is condensed. Now we basically have a Justice League or an actual Super Friends where they can all come together and then like just meet in this one location and then basically get ready for whatever the next crossover might be. Which at this point I have no idea. I prefer if they did something a bit smaller but still bigger, like the superheroes versus the new fully reformed Legion of Doom, led by Lex Luthor, and had people like Reverse Flash and Gorilla Grodd and all these other villains that are still alive or are reborn from Crisis. That would be, I think, that would be a perfect way to start out this next phase of the Arrowverse. You could argue like the phase was building up to Crisis, and it's like, what's build up to like, I don't know, what's build up to a Darkseid or something. Zoom might be back, yeah. If you watch the recent episode of The Flash, minor spoiler, don't worry, it's a minor thing. They basically write out a timeline of events that have taken place throughout the Arrowverse. But in a new post-crisis world, and Zoom is mentioned, like Zoom's invasion, but also saying that he might not be from Earth 2. He's like, he was made from the Singularity or whatever. Like, he came from that. And like the Singularity may have made more metahumans and maybe doppelgangers of bad guys, and Zoom might be one of those guys. Um, I don't know. Anything's possible now that Crisis has happened. Like, it's also said in the episode that old villains that they fought are back. Like those that died or were like imprisoned, they're back. It could be the comic book Zoom. Comic book Zoom is basically just wearing exactly the same attire as Eobot on Reverse Flash, but and its powers work a little bit differently. He doesn't really have a connection to the Speed Force per se. He just can basically slows down time and runs a very very fast. And he was also like a big Wally West villain, which Wally's coming back for this season, so can't wait for that. So hopefully Zoom comes back. I don't know if he's going to be the same. Maybe he'll be like the more comic book Zoom or whatever. Maybe they'll try and make it like Earth 1, Hunter Zolomon or whatever. But then it's like, what happened during the event of season 2? Was that actually Earth 2? Was that Earth 1? Is that just like a creature? Who the hell knows? Comic books, am I right? It's all over the place, I'm just telling you. Just like me, I'm going to be all over the place, going like, just ramble bamble. Actually, speaking of which, if I want like the next crossover to be like a small but bigger like Legion of Doom type thing, I want the next Avengers movie to be like Masters of Evil. Like, I think that's a big enough threat, so it's like not like something out there. Like, we just had this big event, we fought Thanos, we snapped back everyone. Now let's jump straight towards Galactus or something like that. Like, let's do something a bit more smaller, like the first Avengers. It was big, but wasn't that big. Like it was invasion of New York City with this alien army led by Loki. What if we take that concept, but like make it just as dangerous with a whole team of villains, like led by Baron Zemo, and had maybe like a new Absorbing Man or Abomination, or led by Doctor Doom. Like Doctor Doom gets all these villains together, teams up with Baron Zemo, and it's like, take these villains, go out there and take it over for me. And then like the new Avengers that are there, like I don't know, Scarlet Witch, Falcon, uh, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Doctor Strange have to come together and fight these new villains. I think that would be pretty cool, and that way, like, they could then do like a post-credit scene, like there's something coming from the edge of the universe or something, and then like we see like a planet explode or something, and then we see like a little silver man or like something like a shooting star racing straight towards the camera or across the camera and then cut to black. Then you could probably do like maybe second Avengers movie like uh Galactus, or make it the third Avengers movie, like a brand new trilogy of Avengers movies or something like that. Or just make it like Doctor Doom is the main villain and all that. Like he has all these schemes and all that. And like the second Avengers movie, he's the main villain. Like Doom fights the Avengers. I think that'd be pretty cool because they said they're going to try and build up to like a Secret Wars Avengers story, which is going to be like a big multiversal event, which is definitely bigger than, say, Infinity Gauntlet or something like that. So that'll be cool, I think. I think that's like something you do, like, after you do Secret Wars, what can you do after that? So I think that might have to be the last thing that they do. And then they could do like a reboot or whatever and stop and scratch, or just like, no more Marvel movies. This was it. This is the end. That's probably not going to be it. They're going to keep on going to the end of time. That's probably going to do. They're probably going to be like, no, you know what? You know what would be bigger than Secret Wars? You know, it'd be bigger than like Darkseid or whatever for the Arrowverse or whatever the world of DC movies will be doing. A Marvel DC movie crossover to end the superhero genre, because like they say that superhero fatigue is happening or whatever. That'd be the perfect way to end it, I think. Just like a Marvel DC film, and there you go. Can you get a shout out? Yeah, sure. Shout out to Nick Gayers. Gayers. There's your shout out. Go sub or whatever. There you go. Don't mention it, pal. Always help out the little guys, man. Help out the little guys. Go sub, go help them out. But yeah, I think that'd be the perfect way to end like the superhero genre or whatever. Could you also shout out my cousin? Sure. Why not? Shout out to this dude's cousin, my aunt. If there's a channel for that, go subscribe. I do my best. This is my best. But yeah, that would be like the perfect way to end it and all that, I think. And then like if they want, they could start from scratch or whatever. Especially like DC and all that. If Crisis isn't like the thing that like reborns like a new timeline or whatever, then I don't know what will. Like they could literally do an adaptation of JLA Avengers, where it's like another multiversal event. Like I think in the comic books right now, they're gearing up for another Marvel DC crossover. That's the rumor right now. I want a Spawn movie again. Dude, they've been talking about doing a Spawn movie for fucking years, man. Todd McFarlane has been like, there's a Spawn movie in the works, and he's one of being directed, but people are like, I don't want to do it, because his vision for Spawn is like, I'm going to say it's like the Transformers thing. Like, Spawn isn't going to be the main character. It's going to be from the point of view of another character. Like, if you read the current Spawn comics, or like the run after like, I want to say like 200 issues or something like that. There's these little Spawn anthology stories or whatever, where like it's basically a cast of characters are in a situation, and then Spawn shows up and then either saves them or kills them. So it's basically like a horror. Like he's the monster you don't see, but when you do, it's like that and all that. or you see glimpses, but you don't follow Spawn's point of view. You follow their point of view. And Tom McFarlane wants to make the movie something like that, and people are like, I don't want that though. I want to actually follow the point of view of Spawn. That's the reason I went to go see Spawn. I didn't want to go see The Adventures of Average Joe guest starring Spawn. You would have to think the Spawn movie would be like rated R, because if you make like a PG-13 Spawn movie, then you'll be totally restricted and all that. But last time I did a Spawn movie, it was like, I want to say like some point in the 90s or whatever, and it was like not everybody's cup of tea. But yes, I would definitely think that Spawn would be definitely a rated R film. It will be bloody as all hell. There will be all kinds of shit in there that Spawn fans will love, and like horror people will love as well, because when you get down to it, Spawn's also kind of a horror thing as well as a comic book superhero thing. 1997. Thank you, Donacraft. I wouldn't mind, like, DC recently has been doing a lot of crossover films. Like they did Scooby-Doo, Batman, The Brave and the Bold, and they did Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which, by the way, both in fact are pretty good. My favorite's the Batman versus TMNT. It's such a great animated film. I would love to see like a Batman Spawn movie, like live action or animation. Because they've crossed over in the comic books before. There's two of them. There's Spawn Batman and Batman Spawn. One of them was written by Frank Miller that ties into the Dark Knight Returns verse, and one that takes place doesn't matter. Both were kind of like but I would love to see like either an adaptation of those stories or like an original story with those two characters and all that. Because if DC is like willing to do these movies that like no one thought was possible, like Batman Ninja Turtles, then who's to say they wouldn't do like a Spawn Batman or like Red Hood Spawn or something like that? Just another character get like that and all that, and it's like, oh, I'm hoping that the next big or next DC animated film would be like Justice League, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, just based on the comic. I don't know. I would like that. I would like to see Marvel do another big crossover or whatever, but we'll never know. I think the last big crossover they did was Attack on Titan, I think. Spawn versus Constantine. That would be a good movie, I think. And plus, you know that they would get Matt Ryan, I think his name is, to play Constantine, because everywhere you look, like action, animation, he's always going to be Constantine. He's literally what I think about when I think Constantine. It's like Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Robert Downey Jr. was Iron Man. Constantine's like Matt Ryan, man. He's everywhere. If you want to see more of Constantine, go watch Legends of Tomorrow. He's like a main cast member on that now. Oh, all right. Well, but yeah, we also have a couple of other animated films coming out for DC. We have Superman Red Sun, which is coming out in March on Blu-ray and DVD. Or the Constantine TV show. Yes, if you have not seen the Constantine TV show, which stars Matt Ryan, who's like the definitive Constantine, because literally that's all I think about. It's either him or Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves played Constantine for the Constantine movie, even though he's really like nothing like Constantine or whatever. But if you have not seen that show, go check it out. It's 13 episodes, one season. I'm glad they brought him back for like when Arrow season 4 was happening. They brought him in for like an episode. I forget the episode title or the number, but it was like the episode where Sarah gets her soul back. So I'm going to say like maybe episode 7 or something like that. Pardon me. Go check it out. It's a great show. I hope they do like if Legends of Tomorrow ends or whatever, and they still want to do stuff with Constantine, go over to the DC Universe streaming up or go to HBO Max or whatever, and give him like his second season to tie up all those loose ends or whatever for that show, because it's a great show. Why did you have to cancel it, NBC? Because I don't see, if they do decide to bring back the Constantine show, I don't think they're going to do it on the CW, because CW, does teen dramas. He does stuff like Dare to Defy, like starring like not really focusing on the superhero stuff, but like team stuff, like romance, lies, family. So in Constantine, it's like it doesn't really have any of those. It's more like a horror show and all that. But yeah, go check out the Constantine TV series, man. You can watch it like on Amazon Prime or whatever. I think maybe also available on CW Seed. I got the DVD of it. I got it from Amazon. Uh, so there you go. Because you can't find it anywhere else over here for some reason. I had to order it and all that, but so worth it. So worth it. The best part, it's canon to the Arrowverse. So that's just perfect. Maybe we'll get like a Justice League Dark down the line with him in live action, or him again in animation, which is happening relatively soon. I think. I think the next animated film is Justice League Dark Apocalypse or something like that, or Apocalypse War. So that sounds pretty cool. Hopefully that's good. Hopefully. I know it's like a mixed track record when it comes to the animation releases or whatever. Oh. Sorry, I got notifications. Give me a minute. Okay. Wait. Yeah, okay. That's it. So out of the shows that have come back right now, which show are you enjoying the most or looking forward for the return or the starting or whatever? Or what show are you currently watching? Like, this is the show. This is the show. Because for me, it's I think it would have to be I'm gonna actually have to choose. I think Flash, because it has the more interesting story, like for post-crisis world and all that, and its storylines. Like, and also kind of going with like, it feels like a different season has started up. Like, beginning of the first season, like they said, it was like graphic novel number 1, which deals with blood work. It feels like its own little season. Then Crisis happens, and then this happens, which feels like another season in itself. But also at the same time, like you can kind of tell that yeah, obviously it's the same season or whatever. But like the things with Black Hole, I'd be interested to see how that goes. Will we see Godspeed again? Who knows at this point? People are looking forward to like this Gorilla Grodd episode that's coming out relatively soon. A big Flash-centric episode, which will bring back Wally West for an episode or two, bring back Reverse Flash, because we never saw him in Crisis Infinite Earths, which is understandable. Because I bet you that they were originally going to do it, but then like they got Ezra Miller's Flash, and like this looks a lot. Let's use this. So I know people were kind of upset or angry, like Reverse Flash wasn't in Crisis, and he clearly said that he would be there. I'm like, yeah, I get what you mean, but they also changed a lot in the timeline. Like at the end of season 5, they moved Crisis up down to 2019 instead of going up to 2024. So I can understand why Reverse Flash wouldn't show up or whatever, but yeah, I would have liked him to see him in Crisis because we were technically promised to see him, but the fact that we're getting him at all again is a testament. Would it be for the last time? Who knows? Bloodwork never got much time in the show. No, because they would. I would say the first half of the Flash was great because it definitely focused on its villain and all that, and like on showing him. But at the same time, they also technically didn't because they were just gearing up for Crisis. Like Bloodwork was just not in the background per se, but he was just a means of an end to get to Crisis. He was just a sub-in villain or whatever. But I think he still worked. I think he was a pretty good villain. But I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see if he comes back some point this season to fight the Flash again, or work with the Flash to fight this new big bad for the season, like Black Hole or Godspeed or whatever they want to say. Some people want to say that Red Death is going to be like the main villain of season 6. And it's like, really? You think Red Death this late in the season? If anything, if they want to do Red Death, then that would have to be like a whole season or something like that, or at least like up to like maybe halfway through the season or whatever. Not like the first half or whatever, or like the second half, because we got like that would mean we would have 3 villains or whatever, or 3 big bads, which would be it'll be interesting to see if they can juggle that much. But I feel like if they're going to do Red Death, it has to be like for a bigger part of the season, other than like a little bit. And also, it's like, well, do we actually do Red Death or do a version of Red Death? Because Red Death is kind of a complicated matter, being the merged counterparts of Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen. And seeing like they're kind of twitchy when it comes to the character Batman, with the exception of Batwoman. Well, maybe Bruce Wayne will show up on that show eventually, like in the flesh, like season 2 of Supergirl, where we actually get to see Superman. We might see Batman. I don't think we'll get anything like a Batman CW show, because I don't think Batman could really work for a CW type show unless they do some real changing stuff or whatever, or they do like a take on Batman Family or whatever from like the 70s or 80s or something like that, which deals with the Bat Family mostly. Red Death could be Green Arrow. I could see that. I could see that. We would also have to try and make, because keep in mind, the characters currently think right now that the multiverse is gone. They think that their Earth is the only Earth at this point. So they would have to either find a way to reopen the multiverse for them and get out, because they can't really use those breach devices anymore, the extrapolators or whatever. So, because Red Death is a multiversal character, so unless they're like, no, we're going to bring back Oliver Queen from Earth Prime, and like have a merge with Barry, and like the Team Flash and whatever's left of Team Arrow have to fight this merged Green Arrow and Barry Allen. That would be very messy. So if they're going to do like a Green Arrow Flash, yeah, definitely from another universe, just have to reopen the possibility for that again, for the characters to be like, oh my god, there is still a multiverse out there. In fact, no, actually, if they're going to do it that way, I feel like it's too soon for Oliver Queen Green Arrow to return. Like we just basically said goodbye to him, and like next year or later down the line this year, we see this Red Death character, and it's like, oh, it's not Bruce Wayne, it's Oliver Queen. It's like, I mean, I would still. It depends how they do it. But I could definitely see that being a possibility, especially if they're very stingy about. We've seen another Green Arrow. Yeah, like Mia. She is the Green Arrow. By the way, I have no idea if that show is going to be picked up, Green Arrow and the Canaries. If it is, cool. If not, that's too bad. So, but no, Red Death being like Oliver Queen and Barry Allen, I think that's a good compromise, especially if you can't have Batman Bruce Wayne. But if they're like, no, we can use Bruce Wayne and all that, it's fine, it's all good. And it's like, okay, cool. I feel like you'd be a good crossover event villain. Not Red Death himself, but like do a take on like Dark Knight's Metal, where you get to see all these other evil versions of Batman or whatever. And like if you do introduce Bruce Wayne Batman in the Batwoman show or whatever, you get to see like the Batman Who Laughs, Red Death, Murder Machine. And not before the crisis. No, before the crisis, there was another Green Arrow. That Green Arrow was possibly already dead or changed. Though I get what you mean. We could bring him back, because otherwise, then what was the point in introducing that version of Oliver Queen for that one part of the episode, only for it never to come back again? So yeah, I could see that. Aye. It'd be interesting. Like we don't know what happened to Barry Allen in the future of that Earth, like if he's even still about at that point, because that takes place in like 2046, I think. Yeah, 2046, which is technically after the Crisis event. So either Barry Allen and that Earth would have died in Crisis, or he's still about, and maybe Oliver, after seeing like this other Sarah Lance where she lived, and he's basically lost everyone he's ever loved, he'll basically get connection to the Speed Force and have the ability to travel to another Earth and all that. So yeah, actually, I could see that. I think that could work. Would that be a Flash villain, or would that be like a big crossover villain? I think that would be a good crossover villain. I get why people want Red Death to be like a Flash villain, because he's a speedster, it makes sense. But it's like, he's also kind of, I feel like a multiversal event with Red Death and like maybe other versions of characters or whatever. Like they could introduce the Dark Multiverse for like the next crossover. That would be a good thing to build up to as well. If not Darkseid, then we can build all like New Gods or whatever, because they're making a lot of references right now to New Gods. They could technically like build up to like a Dark Multiverse, and we see these dark takes on the stories that we all know. I know. He might come back, like through time travel or multiversal memes or whatever. Who knows? Anything's possible now. Because Cisco did say that all bad guys that they fought and that died are back now and badder and different. So that will be pretty cool to see. Who knows at this point? So, you know. Okay, wait, okay. Okay. My attention's back. My attention is back. I'm interested to see where Black Lightning's going to go, because now he's on Earth Prime. I think like a major character is leaving that show. I don't know who, because I've not been caught up with Black Lightning. I saw the first season. I have the second season. I'm going to be watching it relatively soon, and then like I'm going to be watching the third season when I can. Because now Black Lightning is a part of the universe, and he's pretty important. He's like a main member of like the Arrowverse Justice League now, which is this interesting lineup. We have Supergirl, Flash, White Canary, Superman, Martian Manhunter, Batwoman, and a seat for like Oliver's Green Arrow. That might be a seat for the potential Green Arrow and the Canaries, and like maybe that'd be a seat for Mia. Who knows? Who the hell knows? I forgot about Black Lightning. I think many people forgot about Black Lightning, but then like when he appeared in Crisis, like people, oh my god, he's meeting these characters for the first time, and now he's in the main continuity. Like he's on the map. When Cisco draws up like the timeline, he also draws up the map. Like, okay, Metropolis is here, Freeland is here, Happy Harbor is here, Central City is here, Gotham's here. Like all these cities are here. Like that's just whatever shows they're going to bring in. I mean, it's crazy. Like we also have that Stargirl series, which is going to be a DC Universe series, but it's also going to premiere the next day on the CW, because it's like a both. It's like it works for both networks. It's like a teen drama, or whatever, which takes place on a new version of Earth 2, which is which is great because then we get like a new Justice Society. And I think also on Earth Prime, Jay Garrick now exists on Earth Prime. I think I've heard that somewhere. So now we have basically some doppelgangers and characters from the multiverse merging into this Earth. Like in Supergirl, we had like 3 or 4 Brainiacs, Brainiac 5s on one Earth. Then they all kind of merge into the main Brainiac 5. So doppelgangers do exist still, and they still end up on Earth Prime or whatever. But like otherwise, they've been pretty condensed into each other. Swamp Thing is too. I think we saw like the Earth number for Swamp Thing. I forget what number it is. I think it's like Earth 12 or something like that. I think Swamp Thing does exist on Earth Prime as well because Constantine has made reference to him. But if Swamp Thing ever gets like a new show or something, or appears in another show, I don't know if it'll be on the main continuity. But anything's possible at this point, especially if they decide to make a new Constantine show or whatever. And also this whole thing with John Diggle getting some bling, and like maybe that will tie into like the new Green Lantern show, which no, that one's Earth 12, because in Crisis we see the the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern Earth. No, it's either just like that's the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern Earth, or it's like no, this is like a teaser for what the Green Lantern show will be. It's like, will John Diggle appear on the show? Or will he appear in the new Superman and Lois show because he's moving to Metropolis? I don't know. Unless they're like, no, the Green Lantern show is in the Arrowverse. It's just on another network, just because it's being produced and made by the same guy who made Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, all those things. I think he also made Titans, which, by the way, I'm happy that Titans got like a shout out. But I'm not gonna lie, I would have liked Titans to interact a bit more with the Crisis. But I get why they didn't, because their shows are very different. But you could argue like, well, Superman Returns and Smallville were relatively different from the main shows and all that, but we still got them to work. And the '90s Flash is a tonally different version of the Flash. If you go back and watch that '90s Flash show. Oh, I think I got a cold. That's great. I love having a cold. It's awesome. I love it. But here's the thing. Seeing that we have like, is there any old Marvel TV shows you've seen? I've seen the old Incredible Hulk '70s show with Lou Ferrigno, which it's actually a pretty good series. There was 3 made-for-TV movies to conclude the series. There was The Return of the Incredible Hulk, The Trial of the Incredible Hulk, and The Death of the Incredible Hulk, which is, I hear, pretty good and all that. I haven't gotten around to watching those yet. I'm still basically going through season 1. I saw a couple episodes of The Incredible Hulk beforehand, and it was pretty good. There was an old '70s Spider-Man live-action show with no supervillains that They were all made up and just like made for like a more grounded, realistic Spider-Man. As realistic, yeah, a guy dressed up as a spider in red and blue, sticking to walls and web-swimming, which there was very few of. It's extremely low budget. I have a VHS that's Spider-Man and the Dragon's Challenge and Spider-Man Strikes Back. They're not entirely good, but I still have a soft spot for them because, yeah. But if you're expecting to see like Green Goblin or Kingpin or Kraven the Hunter, then like you're gonna be slightly disappointed just because they're not there. God, whatever old TV shows are there from Marvel? There was there was another live action series, I think. Come on. Was it just 2? Really? I think there was an Iron Man show from the 70s or 60s, but he looked totally different. He looked like a scuba diver, basically, or like a motorcycle rider or something. Was like all orange, and then like we had a little black faceplate or whatever, and it's like what? It was either a show or a movie. I don't know which one it was, but I think it was mostly a show. But I think Marvel hasn't really dabbled in back in the day anyway in live action TV shows or whatever. They definitely dabbled in a lot of live action films. Like there's a 70s Doctor Strange movie, which is awful. A Howard the Duck movie, a Nick Fury Agent of Shield movie. There's a Thor. Thor was in the Incredible Hulk Returns. He didn't exactly have his own show, though I can bet that was a backdoor pilot. Daredevil appeared in the trial of the Incredible Hulk, but he was in his like black costume and all that from season 1 Daredevil. But it's like set from the Incredible Hulk and all that. And I think that was a backdoor pilot for a possible Daredevil series, but it didn't get picked up until many, many years later, which is the Netflix series. So yeah, long wait. There was a Next Generation or Generation X-Men film, which I think was either just a film or was a pilot to a show that they were going to do. So that also counts. There was no X-Men that you know in it. The only X-Men that were recognizable are Banshee, Jubilee, and Emma Frost. That is it. There's no Professor X, no Wolverine, no Cyclops, no Jean Grey, no nothing. That's all you're getting. And what else was there? There was Man Thing. That's not really old, but Man Thing was like a 2003 horror movie where like it was nothing like Man Thing. It was just a monster or whatever. But that's film. There was 3 Captain America movies from back in the day. There was Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty and Captain America 2: Death Too Soon, which I think one of them has Christopher Lee in it. But like there's like a plastic see-through shield that Captain America uses. I don't think it's Steve Rogers Captain America. I think it's just some dude who's Captain America. And then we have Captain America from 1990, I think, or 1980 something. He looks more like Captain America. He's got the wingtips. He's got like the comic book accurate thing. But like the Red Skull in that movie is like Italian or something. He gets like a very strange looking mask thing to hide his face. And Captain America in the movie is kind of a dick, stealing cars and kind of being a dick to people. Shit. I'm sure there's another film I'm missing from Marvel, but I think that's pretty much it. No. There's also The Punisher, which is nothing like The Punisher. He doesn't wear the iconic skull mask. There's no real things to scream Punisher. There's no villains. I don't even know if the guy's called Frank Castle or whatever. I don't know if his origins the same, but it's just an action flick from the 90s or whatever, where it's just called The Punisher. So I think that's relatively all live-action Marvel shows and films from before the MCU. I mean, obviously there's the obvious, like the Tobey Maguire trilogy, the X-Men films, the Elektra, Daredevil film, Punisher Warzone, Blade, Fantastic Four. Oh no, there was a Roger Corman Fantastic Four with comic accurate looking costumes for everyone. Never got released. I think they just made it so they could keep the rights, but they weren't actually intending on releasing it or whatever. So there are technically 4 Fantastic Four movies, and all of them are less than fantastic. Yeah, I think that's about it for the whole of that. DC, I'm surprised, like for Crisis, they didn't decide to bring in. There was a Justice League pilot for a live action show that they were going to do, and it had the roster was the Flash, Green Lantern, Fire, Martian Manhunter, and the Atom and Ice. Rain, please stay forever. Well, that's not creepy at all. Oh no. Oh, it's lagging a bit. No, I'm back. The screen was freezing on me. Like, no, no, no! Please don't do this. Um, but yeah, there was a Justice League pilot with those characters. The main bad guy was Weather Wizard, and it was kind of filmed like in the style of The Office, or like a mockumentary, and it was horrible. Again, only a pilot. There's no Superman, there's no Batman, there's no Wonder Woman. It was supposed to be a live action show, so I'm assuming they probably would have gotten more villains or whatever. Probably in the same style as the pilot. It's fine still. Okay, good. Sorry. Yeah, it's getting sore. But yeah, that's technically like the first Justice League movie, technically, in live action, even though it's just a TV pilot. Same thing happened to Wonder Woman. There was like a blonde Wonder Woman pilot or whatever, there was a Wonder Woman pilot where she was blonde, her outfit was different. I don't know if it's like in the Wonder Woman 77 box set throughout the entire series. There was a 2011 Wonder Woman show that was going to happen, but for some reason it didn't. I hang on. Oh, that looks cool, man. That looks really cool. Dude, you should totally be like a comic book artist or whatever, or write a comic book series. I'm just saying. Looks cool, man. Looks cool. Sorry, he showed me a picture of something he drew. But yeah, rain's getting crazy out there. Just to go back to Crisis for a moment, I have like 5 screens on. Oh wow, you're literally like the man in the chair or something, or a computer hacksaw. It's crazy. It's great. Yeah, just go back to Crisis for a moment. Actually, hang on. Don't go anywhere. Oh my god, everything sounds weird. All right, I'm back. Just to go back to Crisis for a moment, if you're like thinking like, where was Wally? What was Felicity doing? What was her reaction when she found out Oliver died? What other Earths did get destroyed or whatever? What are technically canon to the Arrowverse? Well, they did a little Target, Walmart exclusive comic book release. It's called Crisis on Infinite Earths Giant Number 1. Issue 2 comes out sometime this month, I think the 26th of February. And you get to see things like this. It takes place in between episodes or in between scenes. Like we see Pariah end up on Earth N52, which is the new 52 Earth. Not saying it's like the main continuity of the DC comics, but like he goes there and it gets wiped out from existence. Then he ends up going to Earth F, which is the Filmation Superman from back in the 30s and 40s with the black background and Red S and all that. That gets wiped out. Then we see an extension of Earth X and see the Freedom Fighters get wiped out, with all exception of the Ray, who gets transported to Earth Prime. Then we see like Nessa Al Ghul joining the team to help out. We see like Felicity finding out that Oliver died. We see Wally helping out with the team. We find out there's a doppelganger of Pariah who is Outcast. Then we go to Earth 76 and see the 77 Wonder Woman. Linda Carter's Wonder Woman's Earth gets erased. We see her get killed as well. Then we see like Earth D with the Justice Alliance. And then we see Wally West get killed. Like he literally gets killed, like right here. He gets shot by Outcast and killed. So Wally West in Crisis on Infinite Earths gets killed off. Though I do believe he's coming back for a Flash episode, I think. But in the comic books in Crisis, they killed him off. So it's like if Kenny Lonsdale didn't want to come back, like just kill off the character. Then we like see like the council, or like a council of Lex Luthors get the John Cryer Lex Luthor from Supergirl to join that council to talk about the Crisis. We see another Earth called Earth 1938. We see a Lex Luthor doing a prison break and then killed by a prison guard. Isn't it they are planning on giving Barry and Kid Flash get their power, get better power or something else like that? I think so, because like Barry, like if you watch a recent episode, Barry's gotten like his powers starting to something's strange with him, something's different with his powers. So it's going to be interesting to see if he's the only speedster affected by it, because Oliver did do something to him, or like he was just lying and all that, and it's like boop on his forehead and saying, "No, I'm not all your full potential." But who knows? I think it's something like that, though. Yeah. So the speedsters may have new powers or something like that, but we won't know until we get to that big Flash episode with Kid Flash returning and Reverse Flash, I think, because it says that Kid Flash comes back to help Barry face the most powerful bad guy or whatever, or something like that, or the most well-known villain or whatever. I don't know. By the way, the council are also meeting on Earth 99's in orbit of Earth 99. He was lying to him at that point. Yes, I think he was kind of lying, unless it was literally that simple. Like that's literally I'm that powerful. I can just literally touch your forehead and that's it. I can unlock your power. But it was either that or it was like the more realistic thing is like there's nothing blocking you. It's no one blocking you but you, which I think is the case. So yeah, this is basically going to conclude in the next couple of weeks. So we'll see like what happened in between pages. Did they bring back Wally for like in between pages and all that, or did he stay dead until Crisis actually ended? Who knows? By the way, I love the fact they have Supergirl and Green Arrow on here. They're not even in the issue. They're not. It's obviously the reason why he's not is because, well, he did. And her, well, I don't know why she wasn't in it. But everyone else, yeah. I think also the Ray is on Earth Prime as well now. Because I don't know if Earth X got to be put back to normal or whatever. If it was put back, you would think like it would be better or whatever, like Earth 96 Superman from Superman Returns. Like it looked like he had hope again. Like maybe events happened a bit differently this time. Like maybe he's actually saved Lois. Maybe he saved the Daily Planet and all that. Maybe he stopped the Joker from gassing the entire Daily Planet. Who knows? Unless it's like, no, I have hope again, so I'm going to just bring back my yellow symbol. So I guess it works either way. I forget if they've actually said if like changes have actually happened to that Earth specifically. But yeah, I've been going to Forbidden Planet a lot and getting these new comics as well, tying into like the Gamerverse for the Marvel games, for Avengers and Spider-Man, and for Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is 2 issues right now. Which, by the way, if you've not read Crisis on Infinite Earths, like the original one, it has the first issue in here, which is the Summoning, and it has issue 7, which is the Death of Supergirl. So I'm thinking like the second issue will have like issue 8, the Death of the Flash, and then like the final issue of the entire series, issue 12, or like the Rebirth of the Universe. Either or, who knows at this point? Already an hour in. So do I have any plans for the videos? I have plans and all that. I have archived reactions and adventures I have to edit together. I have to film a new channel trailer because I feel like doing that. I have to get ready to film new reactions and all that, but I still got to edit the ones I haven't used yet. So it's gonna be hopefully when I film my return video, which is gonna be like both a return and a channel update video merged into one, and like with new projects in the works, which I will get into more in that video soonish. Hopefully, anyway. Again, I don't know how long this stream is going to go on for. It's not going to go on for that long, I don't think, because again, I think I chose a crappy time to do a live stream. Who knows? Because I think people may be sleeping right now, or like are out with friends or whatever, so they might not have realized or whatever, unless they made the criminally mistake of not, first of all, subscribing, and then hitting that bell notification to get notified for any uploads or any live streams that come their way. Spread the word. I'm joining a group on Discord and Minecraft servers. That's good, man. I'm happy for you. Keeping it alive. Keeping it alive, man. And it's got. I like that it says that 2 people are watching, which I'm assuming one of them is you, and the other is a mystery, either that or it's a glitch. Who knows? If someone else is indeed watching, you can ask a question or make a comment if you please. Unless you find me absolutely entertaining and you just like, I just want to see what he does. That's what the videos were for. Yep. If people like, because I know some people, it's you on my. I'm not even watching my video right now though. I got another video on pause, so it can't be that. So who the hell knows? But yeah, guys, feel free to ask your questions. You can also ask questions in the comment section after this live stream is done and over with. And then maybe that will be put in a comment reading video, because I know you guys liked the first one. Or maybe I might do another live stream, maybe, where I pick a better time and all that for people to come over and ask their questions and or like come hang out, because it is relatively late. Really, so someone's not talking. Maybe, man, but hey, you don't have to necessarily talk, because, you know, I do all the talking, you always do the typing. It's either that or just a glitch. I don't know. It's fine. People can come on board and literally not say anything and just watch me do whatever for as long as possible. Unless it's the fact like they're watching it like signed off. So if that's the case, then do sign in to a YouTube account, and then you can write your own. You can write comments and ask your questions if you want, and I will answer it to the best of my ability. And you would think, if having 215 subs, that like they would come flocking because you know they're fans. But it's fine. It's fine. Again, crappy time. It's like 2041 in the time, not the year. 2041. I'll be 41 by then. It's just a roll the dice. And sub and like the video and ring that bell. Thank you, Tommy Craft. Do what he said. Sub, like, and hit the bell notification to get notified for any uploads or live streams like this. That way you can come running to it. Running to it. Oh. But it's fun. I might do another live stream at some point. I'm not going to say I'm doing it tomorrow, but you know, stay close to the channel just in case. I might change my mind. Who knows? So yeah, that way people could have more of a chance because they could be sleeping right now, like a little sleepy sleep, or like go out drinking, watching the game, or like something. I do not know. Spread the word of the stream. Oh. Oh, there we go. They're humans. That they are. That they are. It's a lovely face you're making right there. It's adorable. Beautiful. Sums up humans pretty well. Oh. This is what happens when I don't have a plan. The plan is talk to people. I'll get lots of people to show up. Oh, okay. I'll have to figure something on the spot. But yeah, as for like uploads or whatever, a lot of old videos actually from 2019 because there wasn't many uploads in 2019. Plenty recorded. I think I stopped mostly at the Super Bowl, which is sad, I suppose. I don't know. I think there may be some at the tail end of 2018 as well, so you get like 2 years worth of reactions and like a little adventure with Dale Long Wolf. I think there's two or something. I think there's either one or two. So yeah, and then like maybe you'll get another new movie from May, maybe another new series, and maybe a return of a Let's Play that I keep on saying I want to do, but then never end up happening because of time and stuff. But hopefully this year that will change. Hopefully, yeah, I'll be holding my breath if I do it at all. But you know, I really can't say. Oh. Sorry, I got a notification. Dude, do you know how long that video will be? It'll be like freaking 3 hours long or something like that. And besides, that means I have content to put out daily, so you get daily uploads from me. You'll maybe get, I don't know, 2 a day or something like that. You guys usually get like 2 a day or something like that. But that's that as a title. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, you know what? I could probably put them in the new channel trailer that's coming out that I'll make eventually. Like, here's what's to come and all that. And just like clips and like reactions and little adventures and stuff. And like stuff that like you'll be seeing down the line. Maybe. I hope I'm not shouting right now. Oh. Nope, you sound good. Thank you. As long as I'm not shouting, because I don't hear a knock at the door and saying, shut the hell up and keep it down, then I guess we're on the right track. I'm gonna sneeze. Bless me. No rain? Hey, we got enough rain today. I'm sure we'll be back sometime later today or tonight or tomorrow. So, you know, we're still gonna get that rain. Actually, hang on. There's a perfect opportunity for me to look up something. Give me a minute. Don't mind me. I'm still focused. Don't mind me, I'm still focused. Okay. 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 I want it to rain all the time. I mean, I guess that's understandable. I guess. They kind of put dampers on a couple of other people's plans, but you know what? That's fine. That's okay. Well, I'm gonna go see Birds of Prey at some point. It's only water. It is only water. It is very true. It's only water. Water gets everywhere into your pants. Makes it look like you pissed yourself. Nah, I'm just kidding. It doesn't look like you pissed yourself. There'd be a smell coming from where you pissed yourself. I'm going to see Birds of Prey at some point before I go back to college. I don't know if it's going to be tomorrow. Probably not. It's a Sunday. Might be a perfect time to do it, but I do not know. Done to money. Right, I mean, I have the money to go see it, but it's like, I want to go get a new comic book. So hard. But yeah, I'm hearing. I know, like, we're 80% water. We're 80% liquid. 80% liquid, not just water. In our body, yes, yes. Liquid though, liquid, not just water. We are blood, we are piss, we are saliva. Learning a lot during the stream. You're learning about anatomy, not just about comic book stuff. Which, by the way, I'm coming close to hopefully putting together my new / old computer. I finally got the last cable for it, so I could probably hook it up better now. And then I just have to set it up properly and all that. And then I can like get new editing software. And then like, God, who knows at this point? I'll probably start filming stuff back at my desk again, like my reactions or whatever. Film it from the big computer. Who knows? I mean, obviously, I'll still use this. So yeah, you're still good, yeah. I know I've heard he's been trying to get a hold of me. I've been meaning to get back to him, but right now, my fucking messenger is like supposedly updating, but it's been doing it for like days now. It still says wait. Same thing with my emails. It's like I can't get into them right now. So I'm guessing I have to clear some stuff off my phone, and then I can get in touch with Kiros because I've been meaning to go and talk to him and ask some help from him, and also just to hang out. It's been a while since the boys have hang out. You know, we should really get a good get together and all that because I've missed that. That's bad on my end. So, Killer Ops, if you end up watching this after the fact, do know I'm trying my best to get in touch with you, and I want to hang with you. Sorry. But give me time. I got some college work to do first and all that. We've got some college work to do, and then, yeah. I'm not ignoring you, not deliberately. Discord, I don't record. I don't record anymore. Yeah, I know. I heard about that. That's unfortunate. But you are working on a video game. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this is a special live stream. This is definitely a 200 subscriber special. This is special. Yeah. So yeah, I think I might end up doing another live stream for like at a better time instead of like, oh, let's do it now. I don't care what time it is. It's like late at night. Who gives a flying fuck? So maybe like I don't know. Probably won't be tomorrow. Probably won't be Monday. Who knows? Just try and spam chat with stuff. Well, why? Yeah. Okay. There have been weirder stuff in the chat, like emojis, like every single emoji under the sun. That one person, who care? Who care? I'm trying to think of what else to do. I'm just sitting here looking like an itch. Ah! How rude. Motherfucker. That is offensive, hurtful. My feelings have been hurt. That's a real one now. Oh, yeah, it is. There's an emoji for everything now. Everything. And it's like, should that have even become an emoji? Like me, should I have even become an emoji? Oh, give me a minute. Wait. Uh, no, I, uh, okay. No. Yes. No. I know I'm an emoji on Discord. Which, by the way, go check us out on Discord. God, this is slow. God, this is slow. Okay, you're doing it now. Hang on. There we go. I did it back. Okay, I'm gonna check out what you sent me now. I have a feeling I know what it is. Which, by the way, guys, if you have not joined us in Discord, go join us in Discord. You'll not be disappointed. Wait a minute. Yep, there's my emoji face. Tommycraft has affectionately called it the help me face. How affectionate. I love that. I cannot drink cowboy. Shit. It's cold as balls. Yeah, you see that link down? Go click that link. It's Discord. Go join me and Tommycraft on Discord. There's also one for the Lone Wolf, Dale Lone Wolf, and Killer Ops. I'm a bit disappointed. I don't know if anyone else actually uses it. Any of our fellow fans or followers actually use it. I do not know. I don't know. Boom, 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 boom. entertainment. I'm trying to see a dough. Ah. Ugh. Ugh. That was my leg. That just cracked. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Pain is a thing that we feel that we know we're alive. If that's a sentence that actually makes sense. Oh. So has anybody got any fun plans for the night or for tomorrow? Because I can safely tell you, I have no idea. Nothing's really sure with me. I don't know. I just don't. As soon as I do, I will tell you. Well, I guess I could talk about like the next stop motion movie that I have plans for. The last movie that stop motion movie I made was X-Men: New Evolution, which I'm surprised it got like 4 likes and like 140 something views or something like that. It may have gone up by then, like 60 or 160 something views, but I don't know. If you're gonna watch, if you have not watched it yet, go watch it. You might enjoy it. But the next Star Wars movie I have in mind to make is green screen. Yes, I'll be getting a green screen eventually for a mini green screen thing for backgrounds and stuff. That will definitely happen at some point. Is going to be. Sorry, I lost everybody, but it's fine. I think everyone's still here. The next stop motion movie is going to be Spider-Man 2: The Return of the New Goblin, which it was filmed like a long time ago. I lost the footage, and that's probably for the best. But I actually get to write a script for it this time, which is going to be great because I have a general idea of how the story is going to go. And the other thing is, has a number 2 in it. It means it is a sequel to Spider-Man: The New Spider-Clone, which I guess I recommend you go watch, seeing it's my first quote-unquote stop-motion movie, which is technically not a stop-motion movie. It's just a toy movie. But yeah, it's a sequel to that. Hopefully the sequel will be better than the original, especially if you go back and compare. I'll tell you what, go watch Spider-Man: The New Spider-Clone, then go watch X-Men: New Evolution, and tell me which one you think is superior. I think New Evolution is superior, even though I still have kind of a soft spot for New Spider-Clone. It's not my best work, but you know, everyone's first isn't exactly good or great. You know, you got to build up to it a bit. You know, you can't just make gold right out of the gate. You know, I'd love to make gold out of the gate. That'd be wonderful, wonderful. So yeah, as you can guess, New Goblin's going to have like New Goblin and Spider-Man seeing the return of that character of Harry Osborn. If you want like to see like because it's like a first phase, go watch my 2016 channel update where I basically give a list of films and shows that are going to be phase 1. Spider-Man 2 just so happens to be like the next stop-motion movie that'll be made. Hopefully that one is made quicker than New Evolution, because that took like 2.5 years of my life. Nah, it was a good time. I like that. I like the way the movie came out. I want to see if I can make the Spider-Man 2 like better than New Evolution. Maybe, hopefully. I would hope so. Hopefully I'll have like one of those like the display-based stands or whatever, and display-based pegs, so like they can stand properly and all that, and I can make them have more dynamic poses and actually film some more eye-catching combat and movement. So I'm looking forward to that. I got a couple of live action films in my mind, but I'll leave those for like a surprise. There was a horror film coming out relatively soon. There's going to be a trailer for it. It's technically already out. And it's going to be part of an anthology story film at some point on ICTV. But if you want like to see my film I did with some people, then stay close. But technically the film's already out on another channel. But let me release the trailer for it on my channel, and then I'll release the version I made, and then yeah. I feel like I'm just rambling and like, oh, my energy's going down. You know what I bet's gonna happen? When it comes to the point where I say, okay guys, this was a fun stream, I'm gonna go, people are gonna start flooding in at that point. Like I wanna say maybe like the next couple of minutes or an hour from now, or like 2 hours from now, like, hey, I made it to the stream. Oh, you made it to the ending, because that's happened more than once on one occasion. And it's like, haha, whoopsie. But now we'll keep going for a little bit. The night is still young, I suppose, as they say. Give me a second. Just gotta check something. You see. Okay. Just was seeing how the stream was going from another point of view. It's going fine. My attention is back. God, what else to talk about? I do not know. What else could I possibly talk about? I do not know. I need help. I need serious help. Help me. Help me. I've actually gotten a shit ton of new comic books recently. I think I have more Marvel comics than I have more DC comic books, which hopefully I'm going to change that up soon enough. Like I got a lot of old Marvel comic books that are like 70p each, and like a couple that are like $3.99 or $4.99. There's a story I got called Batman: Last Night on Earth, which is written by Scott Snyder and not by Greg Capullo. When you set your PC up, what stuff are you going to be doing on it? I'm going to be getting a new editing software on there, and hopefully by then, like when the whole thing is set up, we can hopefully get like the Broken Hood podcast back on the air and all that, because it's been like a long while since there's been an episode of the Broken Hood podcast, which I love doing the Broken Hood podcast, but then like time got in the way, technical issues got in the way. How can we do the show anymore? Because are we doing it through Skype? We'll try it through Discord. Skype's being an asshole right now. we'll try it through Discord and see how it works. What about Google Hangouts? Like, it became a whole mess of things, and then like a time thing, like college, work, or like other stuff. I'm hoping to get back to that, but yeah, like that and like for editing and all that, hopefully. Again, I still have to basically do the whole setup for all that first, because I got the cable. I just may have to clear some stuff off the desk again because it's kind of piled stuff onto it again. I have to free my office chair again because it's got clothes on it right now. So I have to clear that up. So I got basically to tidy up a bit here around here. Then I can set the computer, then I can get the computer up and running, and then I can finally get back on the horse. Now, also got to go back and do more episodes of the Above and Beyond talk show with Dale Longwolf. All this stuff, it's coming back, baby. Hopefully, it's coming back. So it's unknown if 2020 is going to be a busy year for yours truly. I truly do not know. I do not. It might be just an average year, or maybe you get this live stream in 2020 and that's it. I really cannot say. Shit. I might be also doing a comic book collection update video, and I might do a DC animated movie and show collection. I've been having a lot of fun making. Like, yeah, man, I've been seeing like you've been working on that game. Like you showed a screenshot of the main menu. You can bet when Tommycraft is finished making this little game of his that I'll be definitely doing a video on this game, like a playthrough and like a little mini review. Hopefully, you know what? I know, like you said, you basically stopped uploading stuff to YouTube or stopped YouTube. I'd say you could do like a little behind the scenes video or whatever, like detailing some behind the scenes stuff for the game, like how you're designing and all that, and like little updates on the game and all that. I think that might be kind of fun. Either on like the Tommycraft Show or the Tommycraft Show 2 channel. I don't know, just an idea. If not, then that's fine. Focus on the game. It's all good. But I hope you come back to YouTube and upload some more cool videos, man. YouTube will never be the same, or the Four Stooges for that matter. The Four Stooges will never be the same without Tommycraft with his own channel doing his own thing. But after this game, I can only imagine like how you would make other video games, man, like a horror game or an action game or something like that. Seriously, guys, Tommycraft is a really talented individual. He's my tech guy, and he's also a very talented artiste. You should go check out his second channel. He's done little videos on some art here and there, or like little vlogs. Or go check out his Twitter, and you can see like some updates on the game that he's making right now. And maybe you can see some little bits of art. Maybe, who knows? Who knows, man? Honestly, I think he could honestly be a comic book artiste, or like make a comic book series from like from the art that he's shown me and all that. Like he's shown me like there's a one piece that he sent me where it's basically like based on the Hell Tree, and it has like Lori-Lot #1, and it has a picture, and it's just a drawing of the Hell Tree, smoke coming out of it, and the forest. It looks really creepy. Honestly, if that was a comic book that you could get and buy and read, I would totally buy that series and see what it is. And also, I probably would have like if I were like I want to get in the comic books. Like Tommycraft is the first person I would go to write my art for my comic book series if I ever got around to doing that or something. So. That's something for you. If Lori-Lot actually extends outside of videos and decides, like, let's go into comic books as well. So you get Lori-Lot comic books as well. Like, there you go. Like Lori-Lot books, audio, comics, video games. Who knows? No, but seriously, guys, go over and subscribe to the Thundercast channel. He might not be uploading much over there anymore, or at all, but still, go sub. He's a good friend. He has great friend. He's a funny dude. And go subscribe to the the Broken Nerd podcast, where we talk about everything nerdy and stuff. I found a good channel for artist stuff. Oh, okay. Learning some new tips and all of that. Honestly, man, if you wanted, you could make a third channel like purely for your art and all that, like a third YouTube channel for yourself, just purely of art stuff. I don't know why I found myself looking around the room like, oh, maybe something can give me inspiration. I mean, I can go grab that thing and bring it over or something. I don't know. Okay, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Hope the mic is actually working. Unless it's just like, it's coming from the mics on the laptop. I'm assuming the mic on here is working. Huh. I'm trying to think of what to talk about with you guys. You guys. What do I talk about with you guys? Oh, the Super Bowl trailers. I actually watched them. So if you were expecting like a reaction on them, sorry, kind of already saw them. For the Falcon Winter Soldier show, the WandaVision show, and a clip from Loki show. All look really cool and interesting. I don't know which one people are looking forward to most. I would think that they'll be looking forward to Falcon and Winter Soldier because it's like who gets to wield the shield of Captain America. But I think there's a fair amount of people that are like, I'm looking forward to WandaVision. It's going to be like visually pleasing and interesting. Like it's going to be not creepy, but like it's going to be a different kind of superhero show. I don't think it's going to be like Legion or whatever, which was kind of a weird but kind of camera pleasing show. I think. Hopefully, the thing with Legion is it's a good show. It's a good show. I get why people like it and all that, and because Legion looks very cinematic, the Disney Plus shows look very cinematic as well. It's basically like Game of Thrones budget, which is great because I think they're going to have 6 to 8 episodes worth of story and all that. And there's like there's rumors out there that Falcon and Winter Soldier and Loki might get a season 2, and the first season is not even out yet. And people are like, I don't think WandaVision will get a second season. And honestly, I could see that they probably wouldn't get a second season. But honestly, if they did, I wouldn't have a problem with it because if a new comic book show comes out, I'm not gonna be like, get it away from me. I don't like it. Like this whole Green Owl and the Canaries thing. Like people are like, not really looking forward to it or whatever. Honestly, I don't think they should do it. It's like if they do it, cool, because they did leave a lot of things like they left a mystery behind, like who was this mysterious hooded figure or whatever, who restored memories for JJ, who kidnapped William, what did Mia do in the future to make her fail or whatever. Honestly, I think the show could work. I don't think it could work like to say like 5 to 8 seasons. I think it might survive 3 seasons or whatever. Unless they do something really crazy or whatever, or like they try and tie that show into like another like I think Legion of Superheroes would be a great show. It would be. I think it would, honestly. You could bring all these characters in, and you could even bring back like Noah West Allen or whatever, or sorry, or like Dawn Allen, Dawn and Don Allen to join the Legion or whatever, and have like Mia join the Legion as well, and then like you have this Legion of Superheroes show and all that. But sorry, back to Marvel. I went over to DC. Still, looking forward to those shows. But the shows look pretty cool, look very interesting. The Loki show, we only got like one shot of Loki basically in prison, more or less. I think I'm going to burn this place to the ground. So yeah, and it's also like a big comic book thing. Like he's captured by, I forget, it's basically the Marvel Time Police, more or less, that deal with people that screw with time or whatever, or prove a danger to time or something like that. I forget what they are. I found out about them, and I did more or less a little bit of research into it, but right now I cannot remember for the life of me what they're actually called or whatever. It's like TVA or whatever, something like that. I don't know. I'd have to go back and look, but looks very interesting. That Loki show looks to be pretty cool, especially seeing that like it's basically like a villain movie, but it's a villain show, so that looks pretty cool and all that. So it'd be interesting to see like will this show tie into like the new Thor movie coming out, or like the Doctor Strange movie that's coming out. Because I know Scarlet Witch is going to be in the second movie, and apparently Sam Raimi might be directing that movie, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which I think is cool. And there's like rumors like maybe he'll make a big reference to like to his Spider-Man trilogy or whatever, or maybe bring in Tobey Maguire or something like that. That's the rumor right now, but it's unlikely or whatever. But who knows? Anything's possible at this point. Disney Plus shows look cool. If only they released the Disney Plus app overseas here, then we could watch it. I would love to watch it. But you just go to some like website and just watch it from there, because that's what a friend of mine did at college to watch The Mandalorian. Which, by the way, still have not seen Mandalorian. I hear it's a good show. I've seen clips of it. It looks really cool, very awesome. It's just how do I watch it? I know there's like a website or something I can go to, but I just like if they release like a DVD or Blu-ray or like digital download of The Mandalorian, I would love to watch it and get some more Star Wars goodness. Same thing with Clone Wars Season 7. Disney Plus is going to have so many cool shows on there. WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier, Loki, Moon Knight, She-Hulk, Marvel What If, Mandalorian, Clone Wars Season 7. It's supposed to be like another series, like after Rebels and Resistance. I think it's supposedly supposed to follow Ahsoka or whatever, or like Ahsoka's like a major factor in it. And I think it's like her and Sabine looking for Sabine. I think it's Sabine, looking for Ezra, and like that's the series. I don't know what they would call it, but either way, more Ahsoka. Yes, please. We love Ahsoka. Bring her into the films. They technically did, but I want her in the flesh. Do like a prequel movie where she teams up with Luke Skywalker. That'd be awesome. Or maybe a scene with Aiden Christensen as Anakin Skywalker. That'd be awesome too. Trying to think. Delicious. Okay. 2 hours and 1 minute. I really want a Darth Vader movie or TV show. I guess I wouldn't mind a Darth Vader movie or TV show, but you could argue we technically already have Darth Vader films, like with the prequel trilogy and the original trilogy. But we're talking like a Darth Vader centric solo film, like Vader, a Star Wars story or something like that. I would totally be down for that. Um, like detailing a certain event, like the comic books haven't touched on, the movies haven't touched on, because everything is canon to the Star Wars thing. I would love to see like a Darth Vader movie, like or like a what if Star Wars movie, like an out there Star Wars movie with Vader, and like something that he could never do in the main continuity, like he kills the Emperor or something, or he turns Luke to the dark side or something. But it's in continuity. You can make a badass Vader movie or show in continuity. It's a question of what era and what exactly would he do. Like I would like a Darth Vader film where like he goes on the hunt or whatever for Ahsoka or something. Like, I know she's not dead. I have to go find her and kill her. Or like, uh, it's like a film where Vader is he's the protagonist, but he's also the antagonist as well. Like the film follows him, but also follows Luke, and like he teams up with Ahsoka, and like he meets Ahsoka or whatever. They team up, and then like both of them have to end up fighting Vader in some way. I don't know. I just really want those three characters in the same room again. uh, But yeah, or a TV show that will work either. A Disney Plus series. It could be a good mini series or whatever. Um, like I don't think we've really Star Wars has really touched. They've touched. They've looked at it. I think we've never seen like time travel for Star Wars really. In Rebels, we've had like Ezra and Ahsoka enter like a version of time travel, like Ezra pulling Ahsoka out of a certain point in time like from 3 years down the line, like 3 years later, Ezra saving 3 years ago Ahsoka, and then she returns back into her proper time and then waits there or whatever. So I guess that technically counts, but I want like, wouldn't it be cool if Darth Vader was like somewhere during uh, the the Republic War or something like that? Like he met some like really badass and cool Sith lords and all that, and he fought against them or whatever, or like fought beside them, or like he tried to go back in time and save Padme or whatever, and then like time like stops him or whatever. I don't know. This is why I don't write Star Wars stories or whatever. Then again, I guess it'll be better than what they do with the films or whatever. But then again, Mandalorian, I hear is so good. Can't wait for that Obi-Wan series because I hear it's in the works, but it's been delayed to next year, which is okay, fine. Just please release it. You promised us Obi-Wan. Give us Obi-Wan. We need that Obi-Wan. Well, if it's Star Wars movies versus Marvel movies, I would say Marvel movies then. You know what I would love though? You know how in the comics right now, well, in the comics for DC, they crossed over the DC universe with the Watchmen. They should totally cross over the Marvel heroes with the Star Wars characters, like their own version of Doomsday Clock or whatever. Or like do a movie or something. Like if they don't want to do it in like the prime Earth of Marvel, and like let's do it for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Honestly, I think you could get like one good movie or whatever. But in terms of like Star Wars movies and Marvel movies, because no matter even if the Marvel movie isn't exactly good or as better as the last movie you saw, you still walk away satisfied. I feel and like I'm not hating this film actually. It wasn't as good as the last one I saw, but I'm still happy and satisfied for what I had, for what I got. I probably won't remember this movie later, but I'm not. I don't hate it. Like Iron Man 2, people don't really remember that much about it. Incredible Hulk, nobody remembers Incredible Hulk, not because it's a bad movie. It's just not that memorable. But now that Universal's given back the film rights to the Hulk film, uh, now Marvel can make another movie for the Incredible Hulk. Like Incredible Hulk 2, like all they want. Well, let's not make a sequel for Incredible Hulk, really, but we can put Hulk in the title again. Like, let's do Hulk versus Wolverine. Like we can introduce the Wolverine character in basically a Hulk sequel or whatever, which is how it went down in the comic books, because Wolverine was created in an Incredible Hulk issue comic book. It was Incredible Hulk issue 180, which I actually own. I actually own Incredible Hulk 180. His full appearance was 181, but his first appearance was 180. So I would love to see that. Hulk and Spider-Man versus Deadpool. Yeah, I could see that. Dude, like if they make the third Deadpool movie, like he's just meeting all these other characters. Like he meets Spider-Man, fights with him a bit, and then maybe teams up with him. Then he sees the Hulk, fights him, maybe teams up with him a little bit, but always just fights him. I would like to see like a version of Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, but then like they can make like you know how now DC has their Black Label movies or whatever, like with Joker, which is its own thing over there. Which I don't want it to be like Black Label is where we can basically just tell supervillain movies over there in their own little continuities or whatever, or its own little universe. Black Label is a supervillain universe or whatever. Yeah, it would be called Deadpool versus Marvel, or Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. Because I want Black Label to be like, if they're not going to do like an Elseworlds movie verse, like here's live action Gotham by Gaslight, Superman Red Sun, like you have that for the animated stuff, but it's still under like the animated universe type thing. But like its own label, like Elseworlds or whatever. It's an Elseworlds movie set over there. So like if Black Label's supposed to be there, then you could literally tell like Batman Last Night on Earth, which is a great story. Go read it if you haven't. It's basically like a modern version of Dark Knight Returns, in my opinion. Not saying it's as good. I'm not saying it's better than Dark Knight Returns, but I'm saying it's probably just as good, or it's basically a modern day equivalent of Dark Knight Returns, more or less. For Marvel, you could tell like these stories like are out of continuity. Like Deadpool kills the Marvel universe, and but then you could do like later down the line, Deadpool kills Deadpool, which is a story they can literally adapt. Deadpool trying to fix the Marvel movies. He's the reason why the X-Men appear in the MCU. Screw the whole Snap thing or Scarlet Witch. Deadpool is like, he goes to like the Marvel Studios offices. He gets Kevin Feige. He's like, this is what we're gonna do, okay? And then like it's the whole thing is just trying to convince Kevin Feige and the Marvel people to fix the X-Men films. And then like he goes on and says, I don't like what he did with Iron Fist or whatever. Let's fix him, all right? Or like Iron Man 2, let's fix that. Let's rewrite that. Iron Man 3, let's rewrite that. Come on. And then you can have a lot of fun with the character of Deadpool, I feel like. But yeah, these out of continuity movies that well, some occasion you can bring in continuity and all that. Like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, goes into Deadpool Kills Traded, and Deadpool kills Deadpool, where the main continuity Deadpool kills that Deadpool who kills the Marvel Universe. Brian, Deadpool will kiss Ryan Poster himself. Yeah, or just shoot himself in the head again. You know, who knows? Maybe they'll do like a riff like they did at the end of Deadpool 2, instead of just killing Ryan Reynolds for accepting the script for Green Lantern. He'll just kill Ryan Reynolds for taking the part of Deadpool in X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's like, no, don't do it yet. But it's like at the same time, it's like, oh, don't. Or maybe he meets up with like, you have to convince him to change shit. Deadpool versus Green Lantern movie, dude. If that's like the final superhero type film that they ever do, like let's do a Marvel DC movie. Let's do Deadpool with like, you know what? Let's test it out or whatever. Just what is out? Deadpool versus Green Lantern. It's like they cast like I don't know Nathan Fillion as Hal Jordan Green Lantern. Though I'd love it to be Ryan Reynolds Hal Jordan Green Lantern versus Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, because that would be funny. Greenpool. You mean Gwenpool or Greenpool? Oh yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, ship. Oh, that could be like one of the main villains or whatever. Like Deadpool, they do the whole thing like Deadpool v Green Lantern, the colors of Christmas or whatever, and then like a portal opens and then like an amalgamation of Deadpool and Green Lantern walks out, and Deadpool and Green Lantern have to team up and fight this green pool. And Deadpool would just be riffing on this version of himself harder than he would be with the Reynolds Green Lantern. So that would honestly, it sounds like a sequel for It sounds like Deadpool 3 thing. So I'd be down for that, honestly, because Deadpool is a type of movie where, like, anything can happen and people would be satisfied. I feel not that they could do anything, but like almost anything. I'm hoping that Deadpool kind of makes a cameo in like Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, like a walk by cameo or whatever. It's like, hey, this isn't my universe. Like, wow, the new version of Days of Future Past looks really weird. I don't know, something like that. I don't think they would do that. I think they would save him for like his own movie and then have all the fun in that as well. Or maybe they'll decide to put him in Avengers 5 and like have him PG-13 to hell or whatever. And then, but him trying to be Deadpool and all that. Because honestly, because Deadpool was part of the Avengers at one point, and he was basically more or less nerfed, more or less, but to a point. I don't think DC wants to bring back Ryan Reynolds after all the shit that he said about the film. But honestly, I would love that. That would be the greatest cameo or whatever. That'd be like a great way for like season 1 to end. Like portal opens or whatever, or like a crack forms, or a breach opens up. Deadpool walks through. All the Green Lanterns look at him, and he's like, "Oh no, I'm not going through this again." And he just jumps back into the portal, and that's all we get. Like, I would love that. Or if Deadpool actually like be a main character on the Green Lantern series, he's not going to be, unfortunately. But anything's possible. He. Alright, I'm gonna go take a quick piss. Amuse yourselves for a brief moment. I would say this is a part where a sponsor comes in, but there is no sponsor, so back in a minute. And I'm back. Did you miss me? Piss is the sponsorship. Remember to piss. in the toilet. So don't forget to sponsorship is piss in the toilet. Maggie, Tommy Craft, I don't know what I'll do without you. I know he always has my back, you know. You can never find better friends than this guy who is over there. But depending where I am, it's always over there. It's over here for me. You forgot to tell them. I told them I don't have a sponsorship, really. But yes, do remember, piss in your toilet. That's my sponsorship. Toilets are my sponsor. Oh. 2 hours and 20 minutes, okay. We'll keep going for a little bit longer, but hopefully it won't be a 3-hour stream. I say that now, but you know, nothing is for sure. Okay, now what do I do? Give me a minute. I totally forgot there was like a Resident Evil Netflix series apparently coming out on Netflix. It's weird, I don't know if it's happening still. Get chessboard and play chess. I will consider it. I don't know. I don't. I guess I could talk about Phase 4 of Marvel stuff. I know people aren't really hyped or excited for Phase 4 because it seems like a real burn down, but that's supposed to be what it is because we can't really like Infinity Gun, Endgame, and then like next one's Galactus. Is like I'm happy to because it reminds me of like Phase 1. Like I get what it's saying. Like Phase 1, while it wasn't exactly big, it was still pretty exciting. Like the Avengers coming together and for the first time and all that. For Phase 4, I mean, I don't know. Into the Multiverse of Madness sounds really, really exciting to me because we get to introduce the multiverse for the Marvel Universe in a much bigger way than it was in Phase 3. Because we did get introduced to the multiverse, but not like in the way you might think in Doctor Strange, and also technically in Endgame. Like it was time travel, but it was also multiversal as well, with them making their own timelines and stuff. So Into the Multiverse of Madness might also bring back some old Marvel multiverses. Like we could see the Sam Raimi trilogy. We could see the TASM, Amazing Spider-Man universe. We could see the old X-Men universe, the Ghost Rider movies, all these other old-timey stuff. Like now it's on Crisis in Infinite Earths, even though that's what Secret Wars 2015 basically is, more or less, but differently. Like it's about God King Doom bringing together a bunch of universes, merging them all into one, and having their own little sectors in his little world, his little home. So Phase 4 kind of like we get a Black Widow movie, which honestly should have been like Phase 2 or Phase 3, but at least we're getting a Black Widow movie now. Now, depending how people respond to it, like how much money it gets, how much praise it gets, like, will they decide to make a second Black Widow movie? And if so, will they like be all prequels or whatever? Will they decide to bring Scarlett Johansson back from the dead? Will they give Black Widow give a new person the mantle of Black Widow? Will they decide? I don't know. I don't. But also, like, it's an introduction period. Like, we get to introduce new characters like the Eternals or Shang-Chi, or we get to see like people in new roles like Falcon and Winter Soldier, or Wanda, seeing her become like full Scarlet Witch. Loki, we see like this new Loki and what he will become and what he'll do, or uh, uh, Morbius, which is not really in the MCU, but technically is in the MCU because we get to see. If you haven't seen the trailer, we get to see like Michael Keaton's Vulture appear, which ties into the MCU. But Sony's just like, I don't know, because Sony wants to make their own little cinematic universe with like all the Venom characters and all that, and put Spider-Man in it. So I don't know. Hopefully they keep Spider-Man in the MCU and they tie in Morbius and Venom more into the MCU, rather than like it's over there in the Revenancy. No one cares about that. Even though Venom wasn't a terrible movie, it's definitely not one I'm going to be remembering for. I'm not exactly hyped for Venom 2, you know. Even though it's got a good director like Andy Serkis, he's a good guy. So is fucking Tom Hardy. He's a great Eddie Brock. I feel like he was the best part of Venom. I just don't know what they could do for a second movie or whatever. But you know, it's got to happen. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how much it wants to tie into the MCU, and we'll see if Sony still wants to play ball, and like if they still want to play nice and all that, instead of like taking their toys and putting it over there. Because I can assure you, like as soon as I like how Venom looked, but not the movie. I liked how Venom looked too. I think he looked better than he looked in Spider-Man 3. Like it's the best design of Venom we have in live action, and it's the best Venom we have. The character Venom, I feel like, is pretty good. There's some things I probably would have changed or whatever to make him better, but otherwise, I think he's fine. The film, it's not bad. It's just not memorable, or like something like this is what I think of when I think of Venom movie. Like maybe if like we didn't have a Marvel Cinematic Universe, maybe like people would be more open to it and maybe would like it a bit more. But I don't know. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Phase 4 because it's a nice cool down period because like it can bring in new people. It's like comic books. You're always trying to get some new readers and all that. So you kind of like start off from the bottom again, and then like if you got any readers from before still reading, then it's cool. But you might lose some more readers because we're starting at the beginning more or less. Even though it's not the beginning, it's basically like the next chapter or whatever. Like who are the Eternals? What are these people? Or who is Shang-Chi? And why is he fighting the Mandarin? Who is Moon Knight? Who is Ms. Marvel? Who's She-Hulk? All this stuff. It's like it seems pretty street level and like, but that's what I like about Phase 4 because there's no Avengers in it. The Avengers will probably be in Phase 5, and then I want them to do like Masters of Evil. I don't want them to just jump to like Secret Wars. Oh, Galactus. If it's not Masters of Evil, then have like Doctor Doom appear as main Avengers villain. Because I hear that like in Black Panther 2, the main villain of that film or the antagonist of that movie is going to either be Namor the Submariner or it's going to be Doctor Doom, which either always works for me. But and also, there's also a rumor that Namor might appear in Eternals. So, and maybe Thanos as well. So it might be a prequel movie or might be taking place after Endgame. We don't really know where Eternals will take place in. But I picked up the first issue of Eternals from Jack Kirby's run. It was like $3.99. And I got like Eternals: The Secrets of the Marvel Universe. They look pretty interesting or whatever, but not much has been done with them in the comics because They're not really that interesting or that like they're not X-Men. They're not Inhumans. And no one really cares about the Inhumans, no matter how much Marvel tried to make them important. But the Eternals are kind of important for the fact that they are basically the reason why we have Inhumans. They're the reason why we have mutants, more or less. There's also like the Neil Gaiman run, which is basically in. If you wanted to learn more about the Eternals, probably pick that one up because they pretty much catch up to speed, and it's like an easy to follow story for everyone to read and all that, but like in a modern sense and all that, because I don't know what they've done with them recently. Probably nothing too important or whatever. But who knows at this point, am I right? There's also like during Phase 4, apparently they're going to try and gear up for the Thunderbolts. So we might get General Thunderbolt Ross, get like Baron Zemo, or Helmut Zemo, get like Abomination and Taskmaster or whatever to join the little Thunderbolts. Basically make their own little Suicide Squad, but like instead of killing them if they cross the line, just make them feel a lot of pain to make them work for you. So yeah. Gotta say, I hope they do a live action Spider-Verse where we have Tom Holland interacting with Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, because honestly, that would be cool. Like they could tie it into the MCU, but also tie it into like previous Sony works, and even if they wanted to, they could tie it into the little Sony Cinematic Universe thing as well, or little Venomverse if they wanted to. But I could tell you, like as soon as like Spider-Man leaves the MCU, people will not give a fuck about what Sony does. Like Morbius 2, well, no one really went to go see the first movie. I mean, again, Morbius might be really good. I hope it's good. And then like opinions are kind of split on Venom 2. So let's make let's see what the next Venom movie is. And it's like, well, I'm just not interested. I mean, I would just stick with all this story potential, because there's only so many times you can tell Spider-Man versus the Green Goblin, or so many times you can have Spider-Man fight against Venom, or like he's taking pictures for the Daily Bugle or something like that. Well, so it's like, let's do a story of Spider-Man teaming up with Deadpool. Let's do a story of Spider-Man teaming up with the X-Men. Let's do a story of Spider-Man help lead the new Avengers or whatever. Let's do a story where Spider-Man's identity is out there and everyone knows. Let's do a story where Spider-Man faces off against Taskmaster and like Baron Zemo or something. There's so many story potentials you can do there until it gets old. But like him on his own, it's like, what can you tell that hasn't already been told before? He's going to be in Venom 2, apparently. Like, okay, as a cameo level, I guess that's kind of cool. We'll see Tom Holland interact with Tom Hardy. That'll be cool. Will that be enough to make us go like, I want to see Spider-Man face off against Venom? Because we've already seen that. Granted, it wasn't exactly what we wanted it to be, but I don't know. There's only so much story potential you can tell. They're also like trying to make a bunch of Spider-Man shows, like for Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, and all that. I don't know. Hopefully they do play nice and all that, and then if they wanted to, they could merge it together if they do Secret Wars or whatever. Like, we'll keep Venom over there in his own little universe, then we do Secret Wars and we put them all together. Who knows? So unless like Sony's like, here, take these back, we don't want them anymore, then it's like, okay, cool, we have a complete set again. We have a complete Marvel universe at long last. But until then, we'll never truly know or be sure. So, but otherwise, I'm looking forward for what Phase 4 has to offer and all that, regardless if it's not like big and like, oh my god, mind blown. It's like it's good to have a cool off period, because then they can build up to the next thing, like Secret Wars or the coming of Galactus, which will be cool, or like the introduction of the X-Men and Fantastic Four. That will be cool. I hope it will be cool. Who knows? Who knows? They have more of a plan than DC has, even though the DC films are getting great. Like Joker was great, Shazam was great, Wonder Woman was great. I have no idea how Birds of Prey was or is right now. I will soon enough, but um, and then like we have Wonder Woman 84, and like hopefully that's just as good as well because the first movie was super successful. Like, what could they build up to like their own little like they'll build up the Dark Side or something, or that'd be too familiar, too similar to like the coming of Thanos. Could they build up the Crisis in Infinite Earths? I don't know. They kind of had them in Crisis in Infinite Earths in the Arrowverse, so could they, or could they like do like Infinite Crisis or Final Crisis or something like that, or could they, or are they going to do like Doomsday Clock? They do a crossover with Watchmen in the films. Honestly, I don't know at this point. I feel like that was a big rant or a big tangent. It's like, what the hell do you watch this for? Uh, couple more minutes, and then I'll sign out in a couple of minutes. But we'll keep going for a bit more. Uh, I don't know what to talk about. Oh, you know what would be a good movie or whatever? There's a book out there called Deceased, which is basically Marvel zombies, but like happen very differently, and they're actually zombies and all that, or at least people that become carnivores or crazed people. That would be like a cool Black Label story movie. I feel like, or like a series. You know what I would like actually as well. You know how Marvel's doing like their little Marvel What If. Remember, don't forget the sponsorship is piss. Thank you, Tommy Craft. Yes, sponsorship is piss. Uh, but, yeah, but you know how like Marvel has like their little what if show, like what if things happen differently in the films or whatever, or something like that. I would like them to do. I like DC to do like DC's Elseworlds, where they do little like they could do their own version of like Man of Steel, but it happened differently, or like Wonder Woman, but it happened differently, or like Batman v Superman differently, Justice League, or like they could do like original stories, like they could do an episode like of Gotham by Gaslight, or Red Sun, or Kingdom Come, or Dark Knight Returns, or they like, they didn't want to make it like a TV show, they could make it definitely uh, like a movie label or whatever. Like if you want like films where you have like uh, out there stories where like Batman's a Green Lantern or like he's a vampire, then go watch the Elseworlds movies series or whatever, where you get to see all kinds of stuff like that. Or Black Label, where you get to see some more hardcore kind of Elseworlds type stories, but they're more for an older demographic, like Joker. I would love them to do like a adaptation of Batman Last Night on Earth, which I know just basically just wrapped up in December. But honestly, it would be a great, either a good animated film or a good Black Label film. I don't think they could do that for like a main DC World of DC film in a connected universe because it's like this is where the character ends. Or like they could actually do a live action Dark Knight Returns. That would be awesome. Or like a Batman Beyond film with like Michael Keaton as old Bruce Wayne, or get like Kevin Conroy to play old Bruce Wayne for those films. Like or do Kingdom Come. Like you have so many potential stuff here. Like you would have to think after Superman Red Sun in the in animated form for the films, you'd have to think that is that not just Flashpoint? Flashpoint, it's not. I mean, it's not a Black Label or an Elseworlds. It's a time travel story. It's a crisis. It's basically a crisis at the end of the day, or just a time travel story where like a single event change can make a whole new thing happen. So technically, it's not an Elseworlds, and it's not really a Black Label, even though it can be. It's a very mature-ish story, but I'm pretty sure like it also still happens in continuity. Like there are some Black Label comics out there, I think, where like it does take place in continuity, like the Three Jokers, which I don't think is actually out yet, but is the idea that it's going to be in continuity or whatever. But I guess yeah, technically, if they had to go back and relabel stuff, Flashpoint would be like a Black Label comic, but it wouldn't. It's not as dark as other stories or whatever. Like there's a story called Batman Damned, where the first issue was like there's a panel where Batman strips down to nothing because he's Batcave, he takes off all his costume, and there's a panel where you get to see his dick, and people freaked out about it all over the place to the point where DC had to. I don't think they recalled much of the issues, but like when they did some reprintings, they didn't remove it, but they censored over it. So like it kind of changed what Black Label was. Like you would see some stuff you wouldn't find in your regular comic books. Like you would read and see some stuff like for more mature audiences or whatever. So that kind of, and now people are probably going to get upset, like, oh, now I can't see like Harley Quinn's tits anymore because censored it and all that. Like, well, maybe you shouldn't have freaked out about seeing Batman's dick. Because they basically told everyone what the story was, what Black Label was, but then like they kind of nerfed it a little bit. But I think it's still like we could still tell mature content to a point anyway. Now we can't show body parts of beloved superheroes or whatever because apparently that's going too far. But you know that it wouldn't have got that much flack if like someone like Poison Ivy or like another like a female character have it. It would still like people would be freaking out, but not as bad, I don't think. Like, how dare you show Batman dick? How dare you? Man, it's nearly coming up to the 3 hour point. I feel like I can keep going for a bit longer. Ugh. There's also little bat dick. Yeah, it was a little bat dick. There's a thing that DC is doing right now, or about to do, called 5G, which is I think, where they're going to basically age up the main characters like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, all these characters, age them up to like 50 or whatever, and then have like new people take on the roles of Superman, Batman. Like we have Jonathan Kent, the son of Superman, becoming Superman. We have Luke Fox becoming the new Batman. We might have like Donna Troy becoming the new Wonder Woman or whatever. So like a new Superman and a Batman who's black, a black Batman. So that might send some things in there. You should have the next sponsorship be Little Bat Dick. I don't think that'll get approved, but I'll keep that in the back pocket. So yeah, it's going to be interesting because DC is not replacing all its characters to a point, because I think they're still going to be there. They're just going to be older. And it's going to be like, how long is this going to be for? Is it going to be for the next 5 years, or is this a permanent change? Or are you going to go back and change it when you do Crisis or another Crisis? Because at this point, nobody truly knows. For Marvel, I think it's just like reorganizing like characters and putting them back in like proper places. Like put the X-Men back to where they were, to have them be pretty important. Put some of this shit back. Put the Inhumans like in a drawer or whatever, and just like leave them alone or whatever. It's like, and then obviously there's the rumored Marvel DC crossover, which would be, if that's true, because apparently like in a recent Justice League run, that ended, that they were gearing up for the big crossover or whatever. If they're crossing over, then you can bet that I'm going to read the fuck out of it. Because the last time they did a big crossover between Marvel and DC was literally JLA Avengers, which is a multiversal thing that is slightly canon. Just like Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2, and 3 are canon. Same thing with Justice League and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers are slightly canon as well. Like, really? Those events are canon? Huh. I think it's time to wind it down a little bit. So if you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to ask them. And then we're going to wind it down and bring the stream to a close. Because it's getting pretty late. And I don't think anyone else is really showing up because the numbers keep on going up and down. Like third person watching leaves. Then it goes up third and fourth. Oh, no, they left. So either it's like it's too late or something like that. So if you got any questions or something like that, go ahead and ask them. If not, then we'll begin to wind this down. Again, I might do another live stream at a bit of time. I don't know if it will be tomorrow or be like Monday or Tuesday or something like that, or like some other time next week. You have to stay close to the channel to find out. I need to ask you for a refund of a sponsorship. Well, I'm sorry, man. Look. I just read what I was told to say, okay? Don't blame me. Don't shoot the messenger, okay? If you want to be, go to the people that gave it to me, okay? So, yeah, keep your eyes close to the channel, and obviously, subscribe if you're not subscribed. Hit the bell notification bell to get notified for any uploads or live streams. If it's a live stream, that way you can just come on over and hang out for a bit, and that'll be fun. And then we can, because I might just call the next one like part 2 or whatever, like 200 subscriber special part 2, because I feel like it's mostly on me that not many people are here because it's the time I chose to go live at, and the day, I suppose. We'll soon find out. So I want to thank Tommycraft for coming to hang out and make this stream somewhat salvageable. I want to thank that other someone that was here, that is here, or unless it's just a glitch or whatever. Thank you for stopping by and watching me look like a fool. So yeah. So yeah, keep your eyes closed, watch carefully, come on over and hang out, ask questions, we can talk, have a good time. We can talk comic books and talk geek culture and all that. I'll just like ask like personal channel things, channel stuff, like what's happening for the channel and stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for coming over. It's been fun. I'll see you at some point with another live stream, maybe. Maybe a new upload. Who knows? Keep your eyes peeled. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.